on Wake Up with Megan Cole. Tired of not being able to keep tabs on her children's lives? A mother invents a revolutionary new app that will change parenting forever. Chet's Cooking Corner, and I answer fan mail. All that and more coming up next on Wake Up with Megan Cole. Good morning and welcome to Wake Up with Megan Cole. Our first guest today is a mother who's changed the parenting game forever. Please welcome Janet Rutherford. Thank you for joining us today, Janet, and welcome to Wake Up.
My pleasure, Megan. Thank you for inviting me on.
Now, Janet, you're a self-titled tech mom. Can you explain to us what that means?
Of course. Rather than employing outdated parenting techniques such as talking to my children and being involved in their lives, I use technology to keep them in line.
Fascinating. And I understand you've just released your first For Parents app for smartphones.
That's right, Megan.
Care to tell us a bit about it?
Absolutely. Emomji is a revolutionary new app that decodes the real meaning of emojis so that you can finally understand what your kids and their friends are saying to each other.
Incredible. Is there anything more you can tell us right now?
As a matter of fact, there is. But why tell you when I could show you?
What?
I've got a camera crew at my house who will be live streaming my husband using the app to decode what my daughter and her best friend have been talking about.
Wonderful. Let's take a look then.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Janet and I are thrilled to have you in our home today as we demonstrate Emomji for the first time. I have my daughter Kylie's phone here. Let's have a look at what she's really saying. I am going to be a baby woman soon. Oh my gosh, she must have just menstruated for the first time.
Dad, there's something I need to tell you.
I know, honey, and your mother and I are so proud of you.
What?
Wow, this is so embarrassing. I can't believe that.
Can't believe that you just found out that your daughter is pregnant on live television?
No, I can't believe my app didn't work.
That too, I guess.
This is the worst day of my life.
Well, at least you'll be a tech grandma now. We'll be right back, but first, a word from our sponsors.
Do your broken dreams and general hatred of your life drive you to drink? Well, mine sure do, and it was getting to be a problem. Look. I accepted that my alcoholism was destroying my brain and my relationship with my family, but I didn't want to let it destroy what really mattered, my material possessions. And that's why I started drinking out of Tipsy Cups. Tipsy Cups are the latest in alcohol consumption technology. They're spill-proof and have an easy grip exterior, so I can maintain my drinking habit without having to worry about ruining the carpet. Look! So, if you're tired of letting your alcoholism get in the way of you having stain-free possessions, do what I did and start using Tipsy Cups, now in lots of fun colors.
Call 1-800-552-6693 for your order of Tipsy Cups. That's 1-800-55-BOOZE. 1-800-552-6693. Call now!
Welcome back to Wake Up with Megan Cole. Let's welcome our resident chef, Chet Crockett, for Chet's Cooking Corner.
Welcome to Chat's Cooking Corner. That's me.
Hiya, Chet. How's it going?
Oh, not great, Megan.
Oh, well, what's wrong?
It's nothing. I'm just feeling pretty down about my career choices right now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Me too, Megan.
Anyways, enough about that. What have you got for us today?
Well, as a chef, I like to channel my emotions into my dishes. It's how I stay in touch with my craft.
Uh-huh.
So with that in mind, my dish today is a little something I like to call broken dreams and feelings of regret.
Alright. Well, for our viewers at home who'd like to replicate this interesting dish, how do you go about preparing it?
Well, first I spent about 3 hours crying in the shower.
Okay.
I like crying in the shower because the water mixes with my tears and makes it harder to tell which are which.
Good to know.
Anyways, after that, I went to my local grocery store and purchased the lowest quality ground beef and cheese I could find. You want to get the bad stuff to really play on the feelings of sadness and regret.
Of course.
And after that, it's just a simple matter of cooking the beef in a skillet, dumping it in a bowl, and then pouring the cheese on top.
But you still drain the grease, right?
Well, no.
But why?
Well, the whole point of this dish is regret. And by not getting rid of any of the grease and instead consuming it, you really get a strong feeling of regret.
Oh, I see.
I'm an artist, Megan. And an artist should always strive to make people feel something. And in this case, that something is regret and bowel pains.
Okay, so is that it then? Is the dish ready to eat?
Not quite, Megan. This is a dish you need to let age. This particular helping has been sitting out for a couple of days now.
That can't be sanitary.
This isn't a dish that's supposed to be sanitary, Megan. This is a dish that is supposed to capture the sadness, despair, self-hatred, regret, and remorse of the tortured soul who created it. You're not supposed to enjoy this meal. You're supposed to wallow in it. This is the kind of dish you prepare when your dog dies or when the one you hold most dear abandons you.
Is everything okay at home, Chet? Alright, well, as always, it's been a pleasure, Chet. Wonderful. Now it's time for this week's edition of Safety First. Let's send it out to Curtis Mathis.
Thanks, Megan, and welcome everyone to Safety First. This week's safety topic, guns. With me today is world-famous gun expert Ted Martin. Thanks for joining me, Ted.
Thanks for having me, Curtis.
Now, what tips does a gun expert such as yourself have to offer us?
Well, first things first, always carry your firearm tucked into your waistband, right over the groin area.
Really? I thought you were supposed to use a holster.
No, the waistband is the best place because it's easiest to reach. Chances are I'll have my hand there anyways. Plus, it looks way cooler pulling out of there than a holster.
Oh, wow. I didn't think you were actually bringing a gun.
Well, that's safety tip 2, Curtis. Always carry a gun. That way you'll always be safe from potential attackers.
Oh, okay, but it's not loaded, right?
What are you, crazy? Of course it's loaded. How am I supposed to ward off attackers with an empty gun?
Well, I guess that makes sense. But you keep the safety on, right?
No, Curtis. Actually, the name safety is a little misleading. You're actually safest when the weapon is cocked at all times. That way, if you get attacked, you can fire off your weapon instantly.
But aren't you at all worried about the gun going off unexpectedly?
Of course not, Curtis. An expert like me only discharges when they mean to.
Well, at least could you stop waving it around? You're making me nervous.
Oh, calm down.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, folks. We're still here with gun expert Ted Martin, talking about gun safety.
Yeah, sorry about nearly shooting you, Curtis. But this little accident is actually kind of a blessing.
How is you nearly shooting me a blessing?
Well, since my gun has been discharged, I can show your viewers the steps in preparing the gun for action.
Oh, well, I guess do that.
With pleasure. Actually, reloading the gun is easy enough, so I won't really talk about that. The tricky part is getting your weapon ready to fire again.
Okay, so how do you do that?
Well, it's important that your sights are properly calibrated, so what you want to do is stare straight down your barrel and make sure they line up correctly.
That can't be right.
Oh, it is, Kurt. Here, do you want to try?
No, no thanks. I'm good.
Oh, come on, don't be a sissy.
Well, okay. Are you sure this is safe?
Of course. Now what you want to do is give the trigger a little squeeze just to get a feel for it. Oops, forgot to uncock. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. Have a good one. And remember, everything is cooler with a gun.
Maybe we should stop doing all of our segments live. Anyways, it's now time for me to answer some fan mail. Dear Megan, my name is Cheryl, and I'm a mother of 3 from Frankfort, Kentucky. Recently, I've become unhappy with how my body looks in terms of its geometric shape. I watch your show every day, and I've noticed that through the years, you always manage to look wonderful. Any tips on how I can look more like you? Well, thanks for the letter, Cheryl, and thanks for being a longtime supporter of the show. It's important to remember that I am better than you, so the sooner you stop comparing yourself to me, the happier you'll be. Let's take a look at our next letter. Dear Megan, my name is Calvin. I've been having a lot of trouble with people lately. Every time I start talking about one of my many interests, such as anime, they call me names and shun me from group settings. It's gotten to the point where I'm starting to feel ashamed of who I am. How can I make people like me the way they like you? Thanks for writing, Calvin. And don't worry, you're on the right track. It's good that you're feeling ashamed of who you are. If you're feeling ashamed of yourself, it means you'll be more willing to correct yourself and your interests. It's the first step on the road to conformity. And everyone loves a guy who conforms. Let's take a look at our last letter. Dear Megan, my name is Anna, and I'm 6 years old. Aww. I want to be just like you when I grow up. I want to host my own morning variety show where people chant my name every day, but my mom says I'll never be able to do that. What do you think? Well, Anna, your mom's probably right. In all likelihood, you won't be able to have your very own television show. Very few people do, but it's not impossible. It just takes a lot of work. A lot of work. You've got to be willing to put in a lot of effort. That means getting up early, staying up late, perfecting your craft. It means networking, and it means doing well in school. It means not spending time with your friends and family because you're working at creating art. It means getting frustrated and upset and wanting to quit, but you can't quit because you know that it will all be worth it in the end. It means starting at the bottom and slowly working your way up. It means believing in yourself. It means believing in what you are doing. And it means selling out and abandoning all your morals when you realize that nothing you ever do will matter because nothing is permanent and everybody dies. That's how I got here anyways. That's it for me today, everybody. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember not to take things too seriously because like I said, nothing is permanent and everybody dies. Everybody dies.